Welcome to my final presentation for the Player Care Certificate. I have chosen to explore Scenario 3, Welfare and ED&I, with a focus on how parent and player voices can be better heard and considered across the club. I've broken this down into 4 key areas. The differences in foundation, youth and professional phases within the academy, onboarding, ongoing and off-boarding processes of player care, the methods in which we collect parent and player voices, and why this is important in academy sport. First, let's look at the research. Clark and Harwood 2014 found the research on player and parent voices in sport is limited. However, studies such as Viersma and Fever 2008 explored the impact on youth sports on parents, showing that they play a significant role in their child's sporting journey. Newport, Knight and Love 2021 noted that parents are still often going unheard due to cultural norms. Clark 2014 emphasises the need to empower parents to speak up to avoid harmful practices. Pitchford 2004 highlighted the importance of listening to young people's voices, ensuring they are not being reduced to being seen but not heard. At our club, we aim to provide players with a platform to speak freely, helping to develop leadership and education and confidence. Taking this into consideration, I think it's important to consider Maslow's hierarchy of needs, 1943. This theory suggests there are 3 levels of needs that must be met to be motivated to achieve. I believe the player and parent voice sits within the psychological needs predominantly, creating a community to ensure they feel like they belong, and encouraging leadership supports their esteem needs. Now that we have considered and I understand the research, let's move into practice. While discussing strategies to improve player and parent voices at our Category 1 Football Academy, we need to consider when strategies may need to happen and how they are implemented. It is vital to consider many different ways to ensure that every need is met for all staff, parents and players. This aligns with our club values of embracing diversity, inclusion and equity. The age phase considerations. In the foundation phase, parents' voices are essential. Parents are guiding their child emotionally during their academy journey. It is important that we understand their challenges. However, we must also listen to the child. In the youth development phase, it is important that both the parent and the young person should be equally heard. Players at this stage will experience significant changes, and the feeling of feeling heard builds leadership and confidence, which could also lead to higher levels of player-led engagement. In the professional development phase, players may live independently, and it's important they feel confident to speak up. They could also act as a mentor for younger players, developing leadership skills further. The player care processes. In the onboarding phase, this is the first 24 hours, and they are crucial for welcoming players and parents, ensuring they know the staff and resources available to them. In the ongoing phase, this is the most important process for collecting feedback. Players and parents should feel they can share their thoughts at any time with many different options to give their feedback. In the off-boarding process, this may seem irrelevant to the player and parent voice, but this is not the case. It is vital that they feel heard and they do not leave the club unhappy. Allowing extra time for this also prevents negative feedback that could harm the club's reputation. The methods for collecting these voices. Although there are many ways on the screen, I will focus on 2 key methods. The first one being family nights. These are social evenings held at the start, middle and end of the season. This will allow families to gather and create a community feel around each team, encourages a support network for the most important stakeholder at the club. Food, drink and transport will be provided to ensure accessibility. These family nights will help assist with the success of the second method. This being representative groups, a player group made up of 1 or 2 children or young people per team and a parent group, 1 volunteer per team. We'll meet termly to discuss and feed back to us. Over time, this will allow us to track common themes across the club, while providing a safe environment with the comfort of knowing other people in the room may be experiencing similar situations. Each PDP representative could mentor younger members with the aim of the player group eventually being fully player-led. Of course, like anything we do, it is important to ensure that we are having a positive impact on our academy. I have outlined 3 targets I would like to achieve through these methods. In Year 1, I would like to have fostered a positive staff attitude towards parent and player voices and identify a natural player mentor through the rep groups. In Year 3, I would like to establish a strong understanding of common themes coming out in the parent and player voices rep groups across all age phases, while encouraging young people to take ownership in creating positive and creative environments to develop leadership skills and confidence. In Years 5, I would like our club to be recognised as the leading club in prioritising parent and player voices, sharing best practices with other clubs and engaging in further research in this area. The player-led rep group will be empowering young people to develop for roles beyond football. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.